What's up, y'all? It's Microwave Files. Sunday morning. Got a bevy of games coming at you today for NFL. Let's get it. First game got the Saints with the Redskins. Saints been playing bad all year, man. Drew Brees, QBR is low. I don't even think he's in the top 10 right now. Uh, they really don't have an offense to speak of. The only game they had that was good was against the Giants. Every other game they've been flat. I don't know though. Might be picking them today. Redskins defense is not that good. We saw them get exposed last week against Tom Brady. Really nothing to really talk about with them. Even with look at their receiving core. It's really not anything to speak of. So I don't really see them getting the job done. I think Drew Brees will pull this one out in a tight one. It's going to be a score of around 27-21 Saints. Next game we got Detroit at Green Bay. We all know Aaron Rodgers has dominated the division for the last 5 years. You're not gonna lose this game. It's at home. It's at Lambeau Field. I think it's gonna be a blowout today. Predicting a score of 41-20. I don't even think it's gonna be close. Megatron's hurt. Got no help. Yeah, Lions are done. Next game got the Cowboys at the Buccaneers. Cowboys got a lot of injuries. Dez Bryant's been shut down since he came back. Not even a 100-yard game yet. I don't really see him doing much today without Tony Romo. His quarterback is not good. He has no running game since DeMarco Murray left. And the Buccaneers have Jameis Winston, who's been playing well. And they got a good defense. So I think they're going to get the job done. I think it's going to be a score of around 30-24. It's going to be close, but I think Buccaneers pull away ultimately. Next game, got the Panthers at the Titans. Panthers been on a roll, but I think they got to be careful in this game just because the Titans, they always play good teams close. They always seem to make plays when it's needed, especially on defense. And Marcus Mariota's been playing all right. I know he's going up against a veteran defense. I think he's going to make some plays, but I think ultimately Panthers pull away with this one. We'll the score of 31-17 Panthers. Next game, we got the Bears at the Rams. Bears have been okay. They haven't been terrible this year, not as bad as they were last year. But the Rams, they've been on the up and up. They had a couple good receivers. They got Todd Gurley, who's being compared to AP right now. Their defense has always been stout, so I don't really see it being much of a problem for them today. Then they're going to have a couple struggles, but ultimately, I think they'll probably win this game. This one's going to be another tight one, but I think they pull away at the end of the day. Just because their offense is slow. Offense is slow to build up, but their defense always holds people to low points. So we're on the score of 28-20. Next game, Dolphins at the Eagles. Dolphins haven't been good all year. They lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars a couple weeks back. They fired their head coach. Ryan Tannehill's getting overpaid. He's getting paid $88 million right now to do nothing. I don't really think they're going to beat the Eagles. Eagles have a top 10 defense right now. They've been playing pretty well the last couple weeks, and they're actually one of the leading teams in takeaways. So I think they're going to get a couple takeaways today from Ryan Tannehill. I think they win this game pretty easily. I think they break it out in the probably in the second half, going with a score of 34-20 Eagles. Next game, got the Jaguars at the Ravens. I'm sorry, the Jaguars are just terrible. I think they won 2 games on the season, but the last 5 years they've won a total of 10 games. They're garbage. Ravens, I think they won easy today. Joe Flacco has a big day, about 300 yards or better. I really don't think there's going to be too much of a struggle. I think they get the running game going a little bit too. And I think ultimately they just run away with this one, 35-20. Next game, got the Browns at the Steelers. I heard Johnny Manziel's going to start today. Should be interesting. I don't know if he's going to really make an impact because against the Steelers, he seems to always struggle against division opponents. But I think he'll do okay today. I think he'll put up about 13 points, which really isn't saying too much. But I don't think the Steelers' offense, especially with Ben Roethlisberger being injured in and out, is really going to do as much. Still a potent offense, but I see them putting up about 21 points. See it being a tight game because it's a division rivalry, 21-13, but the Steelers pull away with it. Next game, got the Vikings at the Raiders. This is a good game, man, because this is a good playoff positioning game for the Oakland Raiders. The Vikings right now are 6-2. The Vikings are chilling. Vikings giving Aaron Rodgers a run for his money in that division spot to see who wins that division. So I think just based on what I've seen from the Vikings all year, their defense. Obviously, they have Adrian Peterson. When you have a good defense and you got AP, you can go into any building in the country and win. And I think that with that, having AP and having a good defense, a stout defense, I believe they get it done today against a good Raiders team. And I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be a great game. But I think ultimately you see a score of 30-27 Vikings away. Ooh, in the next game, got the Patriots at the Giants. You guys know the history. Tom Coughlin's 5-1 against Bill Belichick, the only coach with a winning record in the NFL against him. You know this is Tom Brady. You know what he does. Tom Brady's undefeated. He's been just killing opponents, destroying them. Now I'm not going to sit here and say that the Giants are going to stop him because that's unrealistic. I don't care who they got. They're not going to stop him. But they got Eli Manning, Odell Beckham. There's really nobody on the Patriots team that can cover Odell. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be looking at about 150 yards today from him. And I think ultimately, even though it's going to be a tight battle, I think the Giants win this game on a score of 38-35. I know it's going to be a high score. I know it's going to be a crazy game, but I think the Giants give the Patriots their first loss. They win 38-35. Next game, got Kansas City at Denver. Denver's going to struggle a little bit because Aqib Talib did something dumb. He poked somebody's eye last week, so he got a suspension for today, which means that their defense is going to suffer because at the cornerback position, they're kind of limited. They don't really have a lot of weapons to speak of. They got a couple backups, but they don't have a lot of mainstay guys. I think they still win this game just because they have Peyton Manning and they've got a couple requisite offensive weapons. But I don't even see them win. I don't even see them win this game by a lot. I see them winning this game in a tight one again. I think it's going to be 24-20. So the Chiefs, even though they lost Jamal Charles for the season, they've been putting up numbers. They still have Alex Smith who can run the football a little bit, and they still have a good defense. 24-20, Broncos. In the next game, it's got the night games, Cardinals and Seahawks. It's a huge game, not just for the NFC, but just for the NFC West in general, because it's always been a big division rivalry. The Cardinals, they've been unfortunate with injuries the last couple of years. Seahawks have dominated the division. I think it's going to continue. I don't know about the whole and the rest of the season, but I think tonight Seahawks get it done. It's going to be tough because Carson Palmer has the #1 rating in QBR this year. Carson Palmer's playing better than Tom Brady right now. Can't believe I'm saying that, but he is. He's playing just out of his mind. Their defense is disgusting in a good way. Got Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu, Honey Badger. They got a lot of weapons. And I still don't think it's going to be enough because Marshawn Lynch is going to play tonight. Russell Wilson knows how to run the football. And ultimately, they have Jimmy Graham, a weapon they didn't have last year. And they beat this Cardinals team without Jimmy Graham last year. So I think that's going to continue. And I think they'll win this game because of stout defense and Marshawn Lynch. So I think ultimately, Seahawks win this game in a tight one. It's going to be 31-28. 31-28 Seahawks. It's going to go down to the wire, I think, fourth quarter. I think they pull this one out and they go 5-4 on the season, get their first winning record. Final game, Texans at the Bengals. Texans have been playing garbage all year. They only have really J.J. Watt as their main spokesman. That's how you know a team is bad, when you have your defensive lineman as your spokesman instead of your quarterback. Quarterback is garbage. Quarterback's nothing to speak of. Ryan Mallett, Brian Hoyer, come on now. They're not going to beat the Bengals. It's in Cincinnati. Bengals are undefeated. They've been playing balling, really. AJ Green, balling. I just don't see them winning this day. I think Bengals win this one relatively easily. I think they pull away. I think it's going to be a score 31-13. Man, I don't even think it's going to be close because, it's a Monday night game. The Texans have nobody to speak of. It's actually embarrassing. Sad. So I think, Bengals win this game. And like I said, it's good lineup for today, good games. Key matchups I'm definitely looking forward to. Definitely the Cardinals-Seahawks game. And looking forward to, just the Detroit-Green Bay game. Even though I said that one's going to be a blowout, it's a huge game in terms of positioning, and not only in the NFC, but just in that division. If Aaron Rodgers somehow manages to lose and the Vikings actually win, the Vikings will have their first shot in, I think, like 10 years to get the division title, which would be huge. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's the Microwave Files. Sunday morning. Enjoy your Sunday. I know I will. Gonna watch some of these NFL games and just get relaxed, chill.